Welcome back to our channel again, Cloud Institution. So we are the best training providers we are in Bangalore. So now, so in this video, we're going to see one of the AWS real-time interview question on EC2 instance. Okay, so we're going to see what is, so we are keep seeing that what the different features are, different scenarios and all these things. And so today in this video, we're going to see one of the really interesting scenario. Okay, so this question you can expect during the interview, for major companies, they used to ask this particular question. Okay, so the question is, how will you protect your EC2 instance from accidental deletion? Okay, so the scenario is here is that if I'm creating one EC2 instance, I don't want anybody to be deleting that instance without having my permission or by mistake, right? So for example, we are creating a lot of instances and a lot of resources every day in cloud, right? So by mistake, if somebody will be able to delete it, so through AWS CLI or through the console or through Terraform or cloud formation templates, all these things, right? So anybody can delete your instances by any chance. So how will you protect your EC2 instance from accidental deletion? So if you want to see this one, we have to see the answer. Okay, so by enabling the termination protection settings, okay, for your instance, right? So now we are going to see the demo. Okay, so this is my AWS console. Okay, so now I'm going to launch one instance, just a simple instance. Okay, so the instance is going to be a cloud institution instance, cloud cloud institution VM. Okay, so now I'm going to choose any kind of VM, so Amazon Linux VM, and so I'm just leaving all these things default, and I'm going to select without proceed without key pair, or I can create a new key pair as well. Okay, so cloud institution, NSTIT. Okay, so Mumbai region, right? Mumbai key. So because we'll be creating multiple keys in different regions, so I'm creating a Mumbai key. So now it's done. Okay, now network settings, I'm allowing SS traffic, all these things I'm leaving it default. Okay, so for this one I'm keeping the minimum, so I'm keeping minimum storage, which is 8 GB. Okay, so now going to launch instance. Okay, so now if you're able to delete it, right? So if you wanted to delete this instance, anybody can delete this instance. Okay, so now we are already seen that how to delete this instance, right? So first of all, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to enable one settings, which we already discussed that. Okay, so we are going to enable the termination protection settings for this particular VM. So how to enable the termination protection settings for this VM is that just click on this, click on this VM, and then go to actions and click on instance settings. Okay, so here there is option called so change termination protection. Okay, the change termination protection. So you have to enable this settings, that the change termination protection settings enabled for this particular instance. Okay, so I'm going to enable it and save it. All right, so what I'm going to do is that so this has been enabled, right? So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to try to delete this instance. Okay, so I'm going to terminate this instance, terminate or delete this instance. Okay, so now, so as you can see here, fail to terminate an instance, the instance may not be terminated. Okay, modify the, okay, so disable termination instance attribute to, and try again. Okay, so what is trying to say is that so this particular VM is enabled with the termination protection. Okay, so please disable that one. Okay, so not only from here, right? So even though if you're trying to delete this instance from Terraform or any other resources, right? So automatically, or AWS CLI as well. So if you wanted to delete this instance, you have to so you have to first remove the termination protection settings, then you should be able to delete this. Okay, so then what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to change, go to settings, change termination protection settings. Okay, so I'm going to disable it. Okay, so this instance is no longer protecting against your accidental deletion. Okay, if the instance is terminated, your data stored ephemeral storage is lost. Okay, so now click on save. Okay, now it has been removed. Okay, I'm going to clear all the notifications because it's keep on giving notifications that your instance is created with the termination production settings. Okay, now I'm going to give action instance state, sorry, instance state terminate. Okay, I'm going to give instance state and terminate. Okay, I'm going to terminate and delete. So now as you can see, successfully initiated the termination. Okay, so this is the very simple way of so protecting your EC2 instance from accidental deletion. Okay, so if you run some kind of a critical applications here, for example, if you're working in some IT companies, right? So if you are running on production and normally, nobody wanted to delete any kind of instances without having a permissions, right? So on those cases, you should enable this particular feature. Is really really helpful for you. So after enabling that, so you are safe on this particular VM. Okay, so this is something about this particular video. Okay, so it's going to be shutting down. Okay, it will be terminated in a few seconds. Okay, so that's all about this video. Okay, hope you understood this video. Okay, so if you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. So we are going to keep on posting all this real-time interview questions videos. Okay, so if you prepare on those things, it will be really helpful for you. Okay, so please check out our channel, sorry, website cloudinstitution.com if you want to enroll for any new courses. Okay, so thank you so much for watching and see you again in the next video.